Freestyle Repertory Theater and Synergy Theater proudly present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds. And now your hosts for the evening, Laura Livingston and Michael Durkin.
Oh, great.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Livingston. I'm the Artistic Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater here in New York City.
And right next to her, right here in New York City, I am Mike Durkin, the Executive Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater.
Tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production between Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater in Walnut Creek, California. Two companies divided by a continent, but united in the faith that improv is a really important theatrical art form.
Yes, it most certainly is, and it brings people together, just like it has brought many of you to us tonight. Many people over the last couple of years we've been doing this has brought a lot of people together and has brought a lot of people that we know and haven't seen in years, have brought them back to us to write, and a lot of people who we haven't seen and brought us back to participate with us. Improvisation brings people together. I love you. Maybe kiss no one on. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away.
All right, perhaps I should explain. We have people in the audience, some of them have been here regularly over the course of a couple of years, and some are brand new. Here's how the show works, in case you haven't seen it before, or if you're watching it on video. We have some playwrights here tonight with us. There are 4 of them, I believe. They will have 45 minutes to write brand spanking new plays based on suggestions from the audience.
And while they're off writing, you guys in the audience are going to be invited to play some improv games, some exercises with both Laura and I. And I think that you may want to use just the old regular piece of paper and a pencil. You may want to do it on your screen. I don't know how best you want to do it. But after each time we do, there's a piece of paper and a pencil that Laura has, if you don't recognize. After each game, we'll read some of those things, have some fun. Here's the thing that is big. I encourage you, take those risks and be on screen and hear as many of these stories and exercises you can, so that we can applaud each other and encourage each other. And then after all that, after we've done this bunch of exercises and had some fun, we'll get those authors back after 45 minutes, and they will return and present their brand new plays.
All right, before we introduce those playwrights, we have just a few things to go over. Those of you who are participating live via Zoom, we have asked that you keep yourself muted for now. So if your microphone's on, you might pop that off so we don't hear whatever's going on in your place, and your video off for now. But that's just for now. In a few minutes, when we start the writing jam, we'll invite you to turn all that back on. And we love it when you do. I know we're all kind of used to Zoom and turning our cameras off and just listening, but we really appreciate it when you leave your camera on and are part of the show. So as long as you're not up to any criminal activity or running around naked or something like that, when we ask you to, please pop it on so we can support each other, clap for each other, give each other the thumbs up. It just makes the show much more fun. Also, we invite you to turn on the chat feature. If you haven't done Zoom before, you just hover your cursor down to the bottom of your screen. You'll see that chat feature. Turn that on, because that is how the playwrights are going to be getting their suggestions from you.
So, yeah, playwrights. You're talking about those playwrights? I think we should meet some of those playwrights. And let's get those guys coming up right now. And let me, if I may, introduce our first playwright, who is a wonderful person, sleeps in the sand. We can talk about that. Lisa Gay Thompson is in her 4th season with the Monday Night Playground in Berkeley, where her short play Strike Home and 3 centimeters per second have been staged. Her play Lucy in the Clouds was part of the Dragon Production Theater Company's short play incubator series over just last summer. And 3 centimeters per second will have a production this October at the Fringe of at the Marin Festival. Is it the Marin California Festival?
Yeah, it's Marin, but
Marin?
yeah, Marin,
God.
you know, Fringe of Marin.
I'm
Fringe
still
of
working
Marin.
on. I'm still working on Alameda, who I thought was a fellow who lived down the block. So Lisa, excited about that Marin Festival?
I am excited. I don't know much about it, but I love the theater. It's painted pink and it's a real beauty. So I look forward to seeing the inside of it and meeting some new people.
Marin, EJ tells me.
Yes, Marin. And I just want to pop in and say that Lucy in the Clouds was the rough draft was written during Right Away. So who knows? There may be another play being done at another festival with a place name we'll have to learn to pronounce. So good luck with that, Lisa.
Thank
Hey, it's
you.
good to see you, Lisa. We'll see you in just a bit.
All right. I would like to introduce another playwright. He's brand new. He's been in our jams a lot, but he has not been writing the 45-minute play. Will Cefalo. He is a progeny of our company, Freestyle Repertory Theater, and he says he's carried all he's learned from us to the sunny coasts of Southern California, where he's a resident teaching artist of improvisational theater. And he's finishing up a master's degree in educational psychology. So if you need to find any academic articles on the many benefits of improv, he can tell you where to find them. Welcome, Terry. We're glad.
Terry, good to see you. Terry, would you mind turning your video off just for right this moment?
I will.
There
Yes,
you go.
there we go.
All right. And
Welcome, Will.
Oh,
So,
I could switch places with Terry. I'd rather see her up here than me anyway.
well, we'll be seeing more of her tonight than you, because you got to be off writing a rough draft. How are you feeling on this side of the intermission?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. This side, yes. We'll see what I feel like on the other side of the intermission. If I come back at all, we'll see.
All right. It's just the same. Remember that. It's just the same as it is in the jam. Whatever you write is absolutely right.
Absolutely. Good to see you, Will. And listen, how about that artistic director of Synergy Theater out there in Walnut Grove, the co-producer of tonight's show and the producer of many groundbreaking online improv shows, and the author of the book, How to Improvise a Full-Length Play, The Art of Spontaneous Theater. There we have a little display. In person, performances of Spontaneous Hitchcock begin tomorrow. Wow, tomorrow at the Lester Center at Walnut Creek. Everybody welcome Mr. Ken Adams. Hey.
Thank you very much.
Oh, did you forget it was tomorrow?
Well, not only did I forget, but it's not.
Oh, that is so Hitchcockian.
What a twist.
We start performing Spontaneous Hitchcock on October 20th. October 20th.
Oh, that's different from September.
That is so different.
I will just say 10/20 to that. If you get October 20th, I don't know. Let me go away. I'll go away now. Ken, we'll see you in just a little bit. October 20th.
All right, Mike, you got to stay here with us, because we've got another playwright to introduce, Lynn Halliday. She's written quite a bit of stuff. Currently, now comes the fun part, is musical review she co-wrote with Jim Hinman, Mark Waldrop, and Jeffrey Loden. And she's in rehearsal for its upcoming production at Penguin Rep in Stony Point, New York. Welcome, Lynn. And I believe Christmas at the Evergreen Mall, is that what it is?
Yes.
On for another theater as well. Right?
It gets done. That actually gets done. You know, it's amazing when you put your mind to it and you say, we're going to write something about Christmas because it's commercial. And it works.
Might there be a role for me in that play, Christmas in the mall? we can talk later, but
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
have some ideas.
No, so much to ask you. I don't know.
Let's keep Lynn right here. Let's bring all those all the rest of those wonderful playwrights back on screen.
Come back on, playwrights.
This is the moment, everybody, where if you would just open up your chat feature, which is right down there in the middle, because the playwrights are now going to ask you for suggestions that might kick off their play and kick off their writing as they go to that spontaneously created 45. Bless you, everyone. I want to say, take care of yourself. Oh,
That's Claire Murray. Claire Murray, we can hear you. Get over that soon.
Claire Marie, that's Claire
Put a
Marie,
mask on. Put a mask on.
So who should we'll start in the way that we opened this up. It was to I think it was Lisa Gay. Lisa, open up those chat features and let's see what we have for or what Lisa would like.
Okay, I would like to be challenged, people. I want I want a first line and I want a last line.
For your play, a first line and a last line.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you've got your chat features open, start knocking off there and telling us what those first lines and last lines might be.
And if you just have an idea for one, you can just, throw it out.
I was reading.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was reading your journal. I like that.
I was reading your journal. I like it.
I'm gonna throw one in.
I stumped the audience.
I'll go with this can't be real.
This can't be real. The rocket just missed us. And that was amazing. That hacking cough of yours is no longer attractive to me. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I think this is your dog. May the force be with you. And is this the place? Well, I'm just assuming that I'll just mix and match and pick what's a first and what's a last.
Okay, take a first one.
So that I'm going to have to begin with that hacking cough of yours is no longer attractive, honey. And let's end with I was reading your journal.
All right. Yeah, all right.
Nice. Thank you.
Now I think Will is up. No, Ken is up next.
Will. You're absolutely right. It was Will. Your first idea is always right in improv.
Always right.
What do you need from us, Will?
I would like to know a profound experience that one of the characters has. Something you might have experienced at one point.
A profound experience. Go for it, chat people. A profound experience.
Can't wait to see what this is.
I'm kind of
a spiritual awakening.
Oh, right.
Finding an arm. They found out that ghosts are real. Handsome bathing suit clad teens changed a flat tire. Being neutered. He pulled a false fire alarm.
Hey, Patty.
Man, it's a toss-up, but I've got to go with finding dark knitting. I didn't know that. Waving to the departed queen. I still want to say finding an arm.
Finding
an arm. I like that. Thank you.
Hey, isn't being neutered and pulling a false fire alarm the same thing?
Well, we'll find out, Mr. Ken Adams, when we get to your suggestions to kick off your play. What would you like, Ken?
All right, so I'm going to need 4 fast suggestions. You know, Steve Martin wrote a play called something in French that I never, Picasso at the Lapin Agile, and it's about like 2 or 3 people from history who never really knew each other or lived at the same time together. Mm-hmm. And Carol Churchill did the same thing with Top Girls, taking people from all different times. So I think the world needs 3 of those plays. So what I would like is 3 real people from history that did not live at the same time, and I'll put them together in a play. And also, where are they all? So it's like these 3 people are sitting in a blank. So go ahead, you could put up one famous person or put up a place, and I'll try to grab them nice and quick. Okay, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, Maya Angelou. Oh boy, keep them coming, because I don't really know who Rod Steiger is.
That's okay. That was from Mike.
Oh, and Abe Lincoln. All right, there we go. Dolly Parton, Maya Angelou, and Abe Lincoln.
We
And
got Elvis
where?
in there too.
Oh, look at that. These are wonderful. And where are they? Where are they? An abandoned Woolworths building. I love it. Okay. So Dolly Parton, Maya Angelou, and Abe Lincoln in an abandoned Woolworth building. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. That was so
All right. Lynn, let's hear what you're getting from us.
I want the title of a great American standard song.
I was going to say, one of the standards is don't marry your cousin. That's a standard we all live.
I don't think that's held up in every state in the union, though. Sorry.
You mean a song? Okay, here they come.
I'm singing in the ladies' room. Oh.
Have you met Miss Jones singing in the rain? All the things you are.
No, that's not. Okay.
Mountain greenery. Where's my Amazon order? I haven't heard that one.
Now, EJ, we're talking standards now.
Okay. You want real ones, right?
Yeah, I do.
Sound of Music. It's a lovely day today. So whatever you're gonna do.
You got a lovely day for doing it. That's true. I'm going to do that one. It's a lovely day today.
All right.
A lovely day today. Excellent. Lovely day today. All right.
We've got all our playwrights on screen. Let's do a quick recap of who got what suggestion. Lisa, remind us of yours.
Mine, I have a first line, which is that hacking cough of yours is no longer attractive, honey. And the last line is I was reading your journal.
All right. And Will?
Will, yeah.
The profound experience of one of the characters was finding an arm.
Wow. Ken?
I had Dolly Parton, Maya Angelou, and Abe Lincoln together in an abandoned Woolworths.
Excellent. And Lynn?
It's a lovely day today.
It is. All right. Okay.
Wonderful.
Writers.
Wonderful.
In a few moments, we're going to send you guys away for 45 minutes. I think that Laura's got her timer right there. I know I got my timer right here. Keep an eye out for texts. We're going to send you some suggestions every once in a while. Yeah, learn how to do it, Will. Learn how to do it. Okay, no, learn how to do it. And then we'll be sending you time remembers. And remember, you guys are so wonderful. Everything you can do is going to be fun and exciting, and we're going to look forward to doing it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is at 45 minutes. If you guys are ready on your marks, get set. Remember to turn your speakers off. Go.
Away.
Right away. Go away.
All right. Now, as our writers are turning their videos off and their sound down and hopefully tuning us out, we invite you to turn your video on and wave hello. And there's EJ from London. So good to see you again. Terry, I was afraid you weren't going to be here, but I see you now. Nancy, wonderful to see you all.
There's Alex.
Go ahead and grab a pencil and a piece of paper or a pen. That's the way I recommend doing this if you haven't before, because that way your screen is available and you can see what's going on. As I said, if you're an innocent person, not up to no good or hiding out from the law or whatever, turn your camera back on to join us, because we love to see you. It helps me and Mike run the jam, and it's really supportive of everybody who's doing the jam.
And the law's not watching.
That is right. The Lord is not watching. Now,
and somebody's doing a screen share that's very interesting.
Oh, very nice.
Now, how does that happen without us doing it?
Yeah, really. Is
Aren't
that Ken?
Oh, it's Terry Shower's screen. How is that?
Hey,
I am really having a hard time here today. Any hints? Mute my audio, stop video, rename.
interesting.
What is it?
Stop.
It's the picture in rename.
Oh, whatever you did, it worked.
It
Okay,
worked.
I
It
won't
worked.
touch it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm scared.
We're
It'll
gonna
be
do
good.
something. We're gonna do something very simple, very quick, very easy. Something we enjoy doing. Get those pencils and paper ready. I'm going
Well,
to.
just one second, Mike, because we have some people joining us for the first time, I think. So I do want to say that if you move your cursor to the upper right of your screen, there are some options for how we appear on your screen. Like you can pick gallery view or speaker view if you move your cursor up there. And whatever you do up there does not affect what others see. So you can choose whichever option you want, and it will all be a-okay. All right. Now,
Yeah.
I think that's
All right.
probably what everyone needs to know. And
Then,
here we
okay,
go.
then what I'm going to do, simple. This is word association. I'll say a word. You write the first thing that comes up into your mind. I'll say the next word. We'll just keep going on and on. Get those pencils ready. Get that paper ready. Here comes the first word. March. Dog. Regal. Guard. Castle. All right. All right. You catch the theme, EJ?
Sorry.
All right. Well, that was it. That's what I had. I had those 5 words. I wonder now if anybody would like to read their words as I read mine.
And I would like to say that if you're new to this, or I always need this reminder, if you don't need to think like I wrote something wonderful that everyone should hear. It's just fun to hear the variations that different people wrote in response. So we always leap into things without wondering or worrying at all if it's any good. So
All right.
who would like to read those?
Who would like to read? Who? Get that hand up in the air before I choose somebody. Well, lucky. That's lucky, Terry, because I was choosing you first. Here we go, Terry. You ready? I'll say the word. I'll say the word. You say your word, or you can share the screen. Whichever you want to do, Terry.
I don't know how I
Let's go.
did that, but
All right, let's go. Here we go. Ready? March.
dimes,
Dog.
food,
Regal.
eagle,
Guard.
mouth,
Castle.
sand.
Excellent. Excellent. And I wonder how many, well, as I look around, I see some middle-aged people. So March of Dimes. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I heard the term March of Dimes. How about that? Who else would like to do it? All right, Karen.
I would
Here we
love
go. Karen, March.
4th,
Dog.
track,
Regal.
beagle,
Guard.
house,
Castle.
moat.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, by all means, Nancy, here we go. March.
Oh, Nancy, your microphone's off.
You're muted.
Parade,
Dog.
corgi,
Regal.
funeral,
Guard.
the gate,
Castle.
England. You can see what
I
I've been
tell you-
doing all day.
Well, yeah, I know that was the theme. The theme, you picked up on the theme. If it wasn't that, it was going to be March of Dimes. It was either one of the two. I'm not quite sure what the theme was. EJ, you ready for it? Here we
Yes,
go.
I am.
March.
April.
Dog.
Days.
Regal.
Queen.
Guard.
Beefeater.
And Castle.
Chess.
Oh, chess. And you just came back from a castle. Alex, you ready to do this?
Yep, okay.
Why not? Here we go. Ready, get set. And march,
Walk.
dog,
Cat.
regal,
King.
guard.
Monkey.
Now, wait a second, monkey? Well, I just want to make sure I heard that right, because I've been guarded by some monkeys in my life. Castle.
Open.
There, all right, here we go. Now, Miss Laura, did you have some?
I did. I just want to say to Claire Marie that if she wants to read, we do not see her, and she would need to pop her microphone on and tell us that she wants to. Also, Patty, I don't know where you are, but you already know that if your camera is off.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
that's
do
cool.
mine.
All right. Patty, you going to read?
I don't
Did I
see
do?
her.
Oh, okay. Now, Claire, you want to read, or Patty? Patty's gone. All right. Well, then we've wrapped up our word association for the evening, I think. What'd you see, EJ? Oh, I thought you saw something. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, let's do another kind of warm up thing. This is a favorite of Mike's and mine. Mike is going to do a monologue, basically, but he is going to do it in gibberish. And the idea is that you are the only person in the world who understands his language and English. So we all must rely on you to translate it. So it'll go something like this. Mike will say something like this. And then you would write down like, well, last time I bought some real estate, it was a country farm, or whatever you want to say. He won't pause very long, so be very spontaneous. It's going to be like 6 or 8 lines long. Here we go.
Okay. Here we go. E prošla dnes more e turna bahakar. Abras igro se shine gabat, ele kaste whoop the shine matorn. Look, brasta shenova, and he cast the poshene kalasta. Galasta? Broho so nobla gaste klasta brosheno. A brokte e Norbert Sacheno. It's brosola crendo roshorne a blose e shintugu brusta.
There's one more sentence to this story.
Abroloshe nodokrumba le shinita brook. You're having too much fun, EJ. You're having.
I know.
Okay, before we hear these, as people are finishing up, we've got 32 minutes left, Mike. We need to get a suggestion. So folks, that means get over there to that chat feature that's down there at the bottom of the screen. Turn that back on if you've turned it off. And one of the characters that the playwrights are writing right now, I'm kind of assuming they're having some natural, normal dialogue, like people talking to each other. But now one of the characters does something else vocally, anything at all, you know, like yells or something like that. What is that vocal change that happens?
Moans. Here we go. Now we're talking. Moans is always good. Yodels. Karen, you're up my alley. One gargles with salt water.
All right. Okay. These are great. Spits. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one too. That's a good one.
I'm going to do that classic improv thing and take the first suggestion. One of the characters starts moaning. Okay.
Yeah. I do think that's a very dramatic sort of thing. Although yodeling right up the top of my list. So I'd love to hear the stories that I told. I'd love to hear somebody read that story back to me. So if there's anyone out there who is ready to jump in there and read their story, I'm sure it's wonderful. What do you think? Who wants in there? I'm looking around here. This is sort of like Hollywood Squares. EJ, yeah, go ahead, EJ. Ladies and gentlemen, read that story that I just told, or translate that.
So I don't suppose you're going to reenact all that movement, are you? No.
If I could just remember it.
Yeah, really. Thank you. Okay. At a moment like this, I'm glad I have cheeks. Abracadabra is outdated. I prefer to yell Matterhorn. It's hard to order an omelette when all I want to say is gimlet. Nobody's got any class anymore. We've all got shingles. These are my fingers, and if I put them up, it's a fist. At the end of the day, it's just my fingers waggling. The end.
Anybody who says class, I think it's got class. I think they have class.
Who else is going to read for us?
Come on, let me hear those stories.
Come on.
All right, Alex, I'm going to go with Alex down here. Alex,
Okay,
what was that story?
Okay, if I'd known I'd be here, I'd stayed at home. The first man I saw when I walked in was my wife. I didn't even know she was a cross-dresser, and we've been married for 50 years. There's nothing like a big surprise on your birthday, but I have the world by the balls, you were doing that gesture, of my feet. But as the Chinese say, put liao liaoqi, and so it goes. And that's the only Chinese I know.
Well, word for word, Alex. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked.
Terry, were you volunteering?
Yeah, I was.
Let's hear it.
Okay, try and get your inflections. It's hard. Okay. My mother was a Russian lunatic, but I loved her despite her penchant for Pop-Tarts and popcorn. You know, Pop-Tarts, the cherry kind, and popcorn go really well together, especially if you pair them with vodka. Drink enough vodka and you'll forget you're eating your Saturday morning breakfast.
I find myself really wanting to know what plays these monologues are coming out of. Was there anyone else who wanted to go?
I'll go.
All right.
Nancy.
It's one of those drawing room kind of things. Okay. The weather will be fine tomorrow. We should go to the beach. Do I look like I want sand in my beard? That's it. We're staying home. Now we can have some fun. How about Monopoly?
Lovely, lovely.
I
Karen,
must, I must say, I just must jump in here real quickly. I've only done, we've only done a couple of shows, improv shows in the last year or so, because you can't get the people together. You're just not supposed to be together. Kids in schools. But the two that we've done, every time I've asked for a suggestion, they have replied with something that has to do with Santa. Everything has to do with Santa. If I say, ask for any suggestion, Santa with his sleigh, whatever. So I'm hooked. I'm typecast. Karen, you want to read
You're
that story?
typecast. That's it.
Typecast.
Sure.
All right.
Let's see here. Hawks are normally not found in the pantry, but last Sunday I opened the door to the pantry and staring at me was a giant hawk. He looked at me and said, "Do you have pasta?" "Pasta," I said. I told him that a pantry was no place for a hawk and pasta was no proper food for a hawk. He looked at me with disdain and ambled out the door. Ever since then, I secure my pantry door with a double lock.
That's a good one.
very nice, very nice.
Oh,
Mike, I think we need to get another suggestion.
all right. All right. Well, here's what we're looking for this time. Get those chat features open. Here's what happened. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. There's something going on in this play right now, and there's probably some people or whatever, but there's an unusual entrance or an unusual exit that happens
both.
at this moment. Or both, yeah, or both, right. So what kind of,
Like for instance, an unusual entrance would be entering from the audience, something like that.
right, all right. So
Yeah.
an unusual entrance, unusual exit, or both. Uh-oh, have we stumped him? I don't know.
A woman runs through screaming in a mink coat.
There we go.
Someone raises both arms and says, "Ta-da!" A leprechaun dances across the stage.
I'd like to go with, I like the raises both arms and says ta-da.
Okay, and that's going to be on an entrance. I'm going to say that, okay?
Oh, all right, okay. On an entrance, a character raises their arms and says ta-da.
All right.
All right, okay. So
A character
what we have-
enters, raises their arms and says, "Ta-da."
Laura, I think you've got an interesting kind of a new kind of thing for us to do now.
All right. Yes, here we go. Well, we also spent some time today watching the funeral, and that's kind of impacted our plan for the jam. And one of the things, of course, I think that occurs to anyone watching royalty is they're of a different status, and the people around them have a certain status. So we were thinking it would be fun to write a status scene. So I'm going to say I've written my lines, but basically your first job is to decide if your character is much higher status or much lower status, or if it helps to think this way about it, your character is like a master or a servant compared to me. So I hope that makes sense. You could also decide if you pick high or low status, if it's nice or mean or happy or miserable. Like a nice high status is different from an antagonistic high status, or some low status people are quite happy about it. Some are miserable. So just choose that. I will say a line and you write what your character says. It's helpful if none of them are questions, and you could just go ahead and pick the setting right now if you would like to as well. You don't need to write down my lines because I've written them down, so I'll remember to say them when we read it. Okay, everybody ready? I'll start. My first line is, "Please come in." And then your high or low status character says, Cool. My character says, let me take your coat. And yours says, mine says, where shall I put it? My character says, tell me what the problem is. Excellent. My character says, how can I help? And this is the last exchange of our little scene. My character says, consider it done. All right. So Mike, why don't we read one or two of these and then get another suggestion, you think?
That sounds great. That
I mean,
sounds great. Who
all right.
wants to do a scene with that wonderful actress, Miss Laura Livingston? You all
Who's
have your
my-
like.
Who's
All right,
my,
Terry.
Me?
all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Terry, that's me. Okay.
Yeah. Am I high or low?
You are high.
Okay.
Well, I'm not really sure, but I think, yeah.
All right, let's try it. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Please come in.
To my own house.
Let me take your coat.
I'm not falling for that again.
Where shall I put it?
Why don't you put it up your chimney, Bob?
Tell me what the problem is.
This is my house. Why are you even here?
How can I help?
How about going on the wagon and give me back all my coats?
Consider it done.
Good, especially my raincoat. I need it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And
We should take a vote and figure out whether or not she was high or low status.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
I think you were high status. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I
tough
couldn't
one.
tell.
I felt I had to battle a bit there, but it was fun. Yeah. All
Who
right.
else? Who else is up there? Karen, I saw you're ready to go, Karen. I always like that.
Am I high or low? Or are you high or low, I should say?
I'm high.
All right. Okay.
I am high.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Please come in.
The birds are circling your house.
Let me take your coat.
Here is my cape.
Where shall I put it?
Anywhere near the door will be fine.
Tell me what the problem is.
The authorities are out of control. They just shut down my gambling hall.
How can I help?
You are the right person for this job. I need to relocate here in your home immediately.
Consider it done.
Thank you, kind sir.
Was it a gambling hall? Is that what it was that you said?
Yeah, I think
I
I
love
flashed
it.
back on a lot of romance books I wrote. I read.
I just love the way that stuff jumps out. The gambling hall. I also just wanted to make a mention of stick it up your chimney, Bob. Is one of those. Who else?
Nancy, are you high or low?
I'm high status.
All right, here we go. Please come in.
Thank you. I'm so glad we could meet.
Let me take your coat.
Thank you.
Where shall I put it?
On the chair, please.
Tell me what the problem is.
The natives are restless.
How can I help?
They arrange an immediate secret loan from the IMF.
Consider it done.
Yay.
And Nancy, you do high status really well.
I've been watching it all day. It kind of it's rubbing off on me.
EJ, did you want to go?
I go.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Who's high? Who's low?
I'm high.
All right. Please come in.
Why, thank you, you sniveling wretch.
Let me take your coat.
I'd rather you took my towels and sheets.
Where shall I put it?
In the industrial-sized washer, of course.
Tell me what the problem is.
Ketchup stains all over my lingerie.
How do I help?
Well, I need change for £100 note.
Oh, consider it done.
And make sure you fold my undies. I want all sharp creases in all the right places.
Fiend.
I also think that's a country western song. All the sharp place and all the sharp
In all
places.
the right places.
Alex, did you want to read?
Sure.
Who's high? Who's low?
I'm low.
Oh, okay.
You're high.
Here we go. Please come in.
Right, mate. I'll see if I can.
Let me take your coat.
Don't just pull on it. It may come apart.
Where shall I put it?
Just throw it on the floor.
Tell me what the problem is.
I can't get enough to eat.
How can I help?
You can give me the rest of your fish and chips.
Consider it done.
You do that for me?
All right. Lovely. We got 15 minutes left, Mike. Why don't we throw him another one?
All right. Here's the question I have for everybody who's out there in listening land with your chat features on. An object is at this moment an object is incredibly important. What is that object? Ooh, don't think too hard. A hot sog? Hot dog. Oh,
Hot dog.
I like a hot sog.
Stuffed teddy.
A stuffed teddy. All right, I like that. A leaking fountain pen.
I got to
dog.
take that. A leaky
Which-
fountain pen becomes
All right,
really
a
important.
leaking fountain pen.
That is keeping with the theme of this evening.
The Maltese Falcon.
Ooh, I like that one
A
too.
leaky fountain pen suddenly becomes very important.
All right. Next, here's what we'd like to do. And as Laura has confessed, and as EJ has witnessed, and as Nancy has confessed, stuck to the television all day long, watching the funeral of Queen Elizabeth. So
So,
here's what's that?
yeah. So I was going to say, so here's what we would like.
Yeah.
We would like to a monologue from the point of view of an object or an animal of the funeral or the funeral procession. So what we'd love for you to do is pick that object. And if you've already picked it, that's great. Go for it. If you haven't, it's a brick. And just a cool way to start out is to just close your eyes and imagine your shape, your position, like are you high, or are you low, down on the ground or up in the air, whether you're moving or stationary, the sound of your voice. And when you've thought of all that and you're really ready to go, or even if you're not, some people are already started, this is great, open your eyes and write from your object's point of view what you're seeing and experiencing. And we'll give you like a minute and a half. I would say just take about another 20 seconds here. All right, is that enough time? People at a stopping point? Okay. Let's hear. Yeah, let's hear a couple at least. Who wants to write what they're, I don't know, Mike, should we ask people what the object is, or we'll just see if we can figure it out?
Sure.
All right, we'll just see.
I have one.
Oh, let's hear it.
I have it. I'll do it real fast because I noticed it today. Here it goes. Roddy never saddles me correctly. The straps are always twisted, and it's annoying. I should just buck him off, but he is a good fellow. Oh, all right. Yes, here it comes. Here comes the cortege, and I've been practicing. Now, drop my head. I was watching obviously a horse, I guess, but some of the horses were like dropping their heads when the cortege went past, and some weren't. And I wondered if they had practiced that at all.
They're good students. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's hear another one. Yes, Nancy.
Okay. There are a million people, but I am the only sound. For hours, they all obey my every move. You can't see me very well, but I rule the day.
Ooh. What, Terry?
It's like a riddle.
Yeah.
Was it that bell that rang every so often?
Close.
Rifle?
Close.
The drums?
Yes,
You
the
go.
drum beat.
Oh, the
That's
drum
all
beat.
you could hear for hours was this drum
Yeah.
beat, and everybody stepping to the exact beat. It was
Exactly.
amazing that there could be a million people. They said only in Britain you can have this, where there's silence, but then a million people are listening to this, one beat all for hours.
I read where they were. Each of the people in the parade trained by setting a metronome to 75 strokes a minute or something, and they would know what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I wanted to hear people's if they want to read them.
Yeah.
Because we've got one more exercise we want to do. EJ, let's hear it.
I'm a pen. I'm just a simple pen. But I'm so nervous today. The new guy's gonna grip me. That's my problem. I'm not young. I've been in a few pockets. And when a firm grip encapsulates my body, well, I can't help it. I spill a little. Luckily, there's these new pen pads, liners that protect you from unsightly leaks. Inky splotches are a thing of the past. With new ink stain be gone from Amazon.
Nice.
This
Nice.
is an ad.
I actually watched that video today. Really nice. Charles is
Amazing.
having bad pen karma. Who else wants to read this real quick? Terry, let's hear it.
Okay, I'll try. I don't know if I can pull this one off. All right. Today's the day. Millions of men will march by, passing overhead. Sucks to be me. I've grown soft with age, too flexible for my own good. The steps are rhythmic and getting louder. The march of a million men overhead. Squish. Splash. My friend Wrigley greets me, and together we go to gum heaven.
Alex, Aaron, you wanna go real quick?
Okay, oh, here comes the casket now. They're gonna find me and all hell will break loose. I can just hear the man yelling out, "What the hell is a shovel doing down there?"
Nice. Karen.
All right, this is a little rough. All is dark, clip, clop, rattle, clip, clop, rattle, clip, clop, rattle is all I hear. Oh my, I'm being used. So much so with this one. There's lots of emotion in this one. He put me back in a new position in his pocket, so now I can see. My, the crowds are enormous and the atmosphere is heavy.
Ooh, we have to guess.
Is that a phone?
It was a handkerchief.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
We got to get this last suggestion in, Mike, and then we want to do our last game. So we would like a sound effect.
Get those chats open and give us a
Yeah.
sound effect. Any sound effect that
Yeah, you can tell us if it's continuous or sudden or gets louder or whatever you want. Whatever you want to do with that sound effect.
a ding dong doorbell sounds. Claire de Lune, a doorbell. Hey, wow. I think we have to go with doorbell.
Yeah, we got it twice. Oh, a low hum. I'm going with doorbell because we got it twice. So it's almost like we took a vote. All right, so I'm going to send that into the mic and
we'll
set
go
up
with
our
this.
last game.
This is our final game of the night. And once again, we are influenced. Here's what we'd like you to do. Maybe it's a high school or alumni sort of newsletter. Maybe it's the National Enquirer. Maybe it's a church bulletin. I don't know. But whichever you'd like, you can choose those sorts of editions. But you could choose your own, but write your own obituary. Write your own obituary in any sort of a publication that you might see fit to use. And we have all but a few moments. So you've got 3 minutes to write your own obituary. Ready, get set, good luck. I may have given you too much time. I'm going to say 1 more minute.
I think we need to wrap it up in like 10
Okay.
seconds.
All right, we can save these for when you die.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all right, real quick.
Who'd like to do their obituary?
Did they do them as if they were from a publication, a certain publication?
Yeah, like alumni or
cool.
National Choir or something like that.
All right, let's hear it. Who's going first?
Anybody up for it? All right, Alex,
Alex.
let's hear your obituary.
Okay, this is from Juicy Tidbits from Ocracoke, North Carolina. He was an awkward man who had bad timing, but the townspeople all were relieved that he finally had died.
What a wonderful life he must have had.
All right, who's next?
Terry, go for it.
Oh, you're muted, Terry.
Let me mute myself. Okay. She meant well. She gave it her best, but she tried, but well, she tried too hard most times. She too much, too little, too late. She did enjoy wearing hats and hanging things from trees. Flashes of light, flashes of life. You know, that was Terry.
Hey, what was the first line? She tried
He
too
meant
hard.
well.
She meant well. That sounds like my epitaph.
I know.
That's what's going to be on my stone. He
I've
meant
actually
well.
thought about that before, putting that as your obituary. She meant well.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Go for it, EJ.
What's the publication, EJ?
The publication is the Times.
Oh, nice. Let's hear it.
Times of London. Let it be known she always had her fish and chips with lashings of malt vinegar wrapped in last night's Evening Standard.
Nice.
Karen, you got one for us? Okay. And the time, I got the time just clicking off right now.
Oh, okay. Is Nancy gone or is she going to read one for us? I'll get these guys back.
I'm here, but I'm all serious here. Okay.
Oh, let's hear it. Oh,
She was deeply influenced by the Romantic poets. Words cannot express how much she loved life.
Nancy, how
Hi.
wonderful. All right. Nice going, you guys. Nice going. You guys, lots of fun. Lots of fun. Let's get those playwrights back here and see if they also had some fun.
I'm hoping we get Lynn back. I see she's not in the meeting anymore. Are they coming back?
Not yet. No, they have not. They're writing this here. Okay, here comes somebody. Will's back. Will has always been a responsible playwright.
Versus an irresponsible playwright.
Never, huh? Welcome back, Lisa. Good to have you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate everybody putting up with our whims as Jen. Here's Ken. And
Are you concerned about Lynn?
here's Lynn.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
Back.
All right.
Excellent. All right, everybody.
There we go.
So-
there we go.
That was an excellent jam. I really enjoyed kind of getting through my funeral feelings. You all helping me talk them out there. Now what's going to happen now is the playwrights are going to be casting their plays and getting ready for the world premiere reading of their new play. So we have to take a 10-minute intermission. So we will be back at 33 minutes past whatever hour you got going on wherever you are. I put in the very beginning of the chat both of our the website of both of our companies, Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater, if you want to check them out. Also, we have Right Away Afterwards is our Facebook page. I put that in the chat and I'm putting it in here again. Now's your chance to go out and do whatever you feel like, whatever intermission type thing you feel like doing. Or you can stick around and listen to the madness, but we are going to be back at 33 minutes past the hour to hear the world premieres of 4 new plays based on your suggestions. We'll see you then. Refreshments are on the house. See you in a
Love that joke. Love that joke. Love that joke.
It's an amazing joke. It is
Works every
always an
time.
amazing joke.
All right.
All right.
Lisa, tell
Lisa
us who
Gay.
you need for your play.
Oh, okay. I'm sending it. Hang on.
Lisa, I think we're on Lisa.
Yeah. We'll just we'll get the casting first, and then
Okay.
then people can split if they need to. Lisa, who do you need?
Okay, yeah. I need Laura, Lynn, Mike, and Will.
Okay.
Will, you don't mind playing cross-gender, do you?
Not at all.
All right.
And then will it be clear to us who we're playing?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Laura, you're playing Madge. Lynn is Daisy. Mike is Max.
Max.
And Will, you're Lola.
Order that.
And I think Will's up next.
Yep.
Will?
All right. Let's see. Could I get Kurt? They're playing the role of Kirsty. Laura, would you do me the honors, please?
Yeah.
The role of Van, Ken, that is yours. The role of Barry, Lynn, if you could take that one over. And then the alien, Durkin, I could not think of anybody else that could do that.
All right.
All right.
Ben, who do you need?
All right. Will you please play Abraham Lincoln? Lynn, will you play Dolly Parton? Laura, will you play Maya Angelou? The manager of the Wool. There are 2 characters called manager. It's a little confusing, but the first manager who enters is Lisa, and you are the manager of the Woolworths. And then Mike, there's just a little walk on at the end for Dolly Parton's manager, but I also just call it manager. But if you could just play that at the end,
All right.
we should be set.
Okay.
All right.
And Lynn.
Okay. Laura, would you be Lucinda?
Yes.
Lisa, would you be Marilyn? Ken, would you be Fred? And Michael, will you be Earl?
Earl.
Yeah.
Send away, you guys. Send
Okay.
away.
I think I did. So
Okay.
have a look.
We want to be back in it's
7 minutes.
yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you, whoever did that arithmetic. I really am that.
Did I don't think I sent mine in the same email everybody else did. Did you get mine? Just checking.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. All right.
Got it. Yes.
Oh, and everybody can feel free to sing if they want to.
Oh boy.
Oh man, now the hardest part is getting these, for me, the hardest part is getting the scripts. I got Lisa's play. Kim's play. American Song, that's yours, Lynn, right?
I don't know that song.
It must be. Now, Will, I'm looking for your script.
How does it go?
Durkin, because I sent it to Laura, I believe. I can. Do you have a different email than Laura does?
I do. Mine is livingdirk@gmail,
Aha. All right.
not at AOL.
Let me make sure I sent it to those. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
How many playwrights are there? 4?
Yeah.
Okay. And I am in Will's play and Lynn's play.
Yes, please.
Oh, there.
It's the hardest thing to do for me.
Just sent it, Mike.
Huh? Oh, just
I
a second?
just sent it.
Oh, okay. All right. How do I find them? See, I download them and I never know where they go. I download them and I never know where they go.
I guess everybody else has something important to do, Will. They've all rushed off like that. They have something important to do.
Nah, I was just sitting there pretending I had something important to do.
Oh, improvising
So-
something important. Okay.
Maya Angelou is the lead singer of the Grateful Dead, right?
I don't think you're correct there.
Damn.
But she does know why the caged bird sings. So
Yeah, she does. She does.
Two minutes, everyone, 2 minutes.
ooh.
So it seems like, Mike, you're asking people to pad as they're introducing their plays, right? I always appreciate that. So find the script.
Yeah, I'm starting to get an idea now of what I'm supposed to be doing. After
How long have you been doing this?
One
2
minute.
years. after
1
2
minute,
years.
ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm petrified if I do anything. All right. I go like this. Ooh, that might work. Oh, I still have a job to do, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
All right.
All right, are we ready? I'm gonna start, oh no, we still got time. But everybody looks like they're here, they're ready to go. So when that 3 moves up there, oh my gosh, there is such a smell of marijuana outside my window.
Michael,
I hope I'm not too relaxed. If I start giggling during my readings. Okay, all right. I'm going to be getting this audience back. Hey, audience! Hey, audience, come back. Come back. You can bring those refreshments right on into the theater. Come on back. Let me take this moment to just tell you, I believe I said a little bit that right away afterwards, which is there on the chat there, is our Facebook group where we can continue any conversations we start or make up new ones that we started now or in the talk back that's going to happen after the show. Just go to Facebook, go to right away afterwards, and ask to be invited, because it's only for people who've been to one of our shows.
Listen, we're going to do the readings now, and audience, here's what we'd ask you to do right now. If you would turn your cameras off so that we don't see you, as well as some of the writers who are not involved in some of the readings will turn their cameras off as well. So the only people we will see on the screen are the people in the play. If you want to not see people's names, which does happen, you can go over here or over there where the camera icon is. There's a little caret, and go to that caret and click on that caret. It'll take you to video options. I think video options. If you go to video, well, the settings, that's the video settings. It'll take you there. But one of the options is to turn off the non-participant. Wait, is that the right word?
Non-video participants.
Non-video participants, and that will erase those names that are on there. And lastly, when the readings are over, which the playwrights will always indicate in some way, that's when it would be wonderful to have you to turn your cameras back on and just show that applause and that love for the playwrights that they've worked so hard to get. So with that, without saying, Nancy, if you're there, I'm going to ask you to turn your camera off. I don't know if you're there. There you are. Yeah, if you turn that off.
Sorry about that.
And I'm out of here too. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lisa Gay Thompson.
Well, this play is an untitled.
Oh, Lisa, you know what? I'm so sorry, Lisa. We forgot to do something, Mike and I.
Oh.
And that is, we just want to remind everyone of the suggestions that everybody got. Exactly. So let me just take a moment there. Sorry. The first one was a character starts to moan. The second one was a character enters, raises their arms, and says, ta-da. A leaky fountain pen suddenly becomes very important. And the last one was the sound of a doorbell. All right. Now, Lisa, take her away.
Okay, well, this play also had the added suggestions that the first line would be, that hacking cough of yours is no longer attractive, honey. And the last line would be, I was reading your journal. I did add a couple little things after that last line because the doorbell rang, and what could I do? So without further ado, I may read any stage directions that are necessary, but otherwise just go for it. Take it away, Lynn and Mike, and Madge and Lola enter.
that hacking cough of yours is no longer attractive, honey.
Tell it to the hand, woman.
It's always the way. The thing that you first find attractive about somebody becomes the number one thing that annoys you down the line.
Are you saying that when we met, you found my hacking cough attractive?
Smoking was cool. I wanted to be cool. So, yeah. I also love the cigarette butts spilling over the edge of your ashtray, your breath, the clouds of smoke in your studio.
I never knew.
Oh, it was true for years.
That explains why every time I tried to quit you, you would tempt me back to smoking again.
What can I say? A girl wants what a girl wants.
Are there any other things you found attractive about me that now disgust you? Or disgust is my word, but I assume.
No, disgust is a pretty good word for it.
Oh, good. I like to be accurate.
Well, I thought it was cute that you had a little pot belly. I thought it was very grown up to have a boyfriend with a belly. I thought I was rather noble for loving someone with a belly, actually.
And now my larger belly?
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Anything else?
The way you string together alike phrases one after the other when you get going. One is enough.
Wow. You don't have to yell. I hear you quite well. Your words are sufficient. No enhancement necessary.
You see?
Oh,
Not this again.
Something else is bothering you.
The moaning, the belly aching. I used to find it so Woody Allen, but now I find it Joan Rivers. Not attractive.
My mother was right about you.
Ooh, your mother. That's one thing about you I never found attractive. She's been a sore spot from the beginning.
My mother at least loves me for who I am.
Does she?
What does that mean?
Your mother and I have our lunches, and we talk.
About me?
What else do we have in common? Your mother with her bridge games and her book club. What a smudge.
Ta-da!
What? Ma?
That was really some great communicating. I feel we're making progress here.
She eviscerated me.
She's communicating.
What kind of therapist are you?
Believe me, after a few weeks of this, you'll both feel better.
Oh, a few weeks of this?
I've been through this before, honey. It's the only way.
Where did you find her?
Lola recommended her.
Oh, Lola, from the trailer across the street?
Yeah? Why?
Well, she's nuts. She's nuts. Her husband left her.
Sometimes the results of therapy aren't what we expect, but the truth will set you free.
Well, we want our marriage to last. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, right, Daisy?
I want the truth, Maxie.
Do you love me, honey?
Yes. No. Sometimes.
Oh.
We've been through so much, so many hard times, so many failed book deals, and living in this trailer park. I don't know, Max, do you still love me?
I think so. You know, I never asked myself that before.
Well,
I'm thinking.
This might be a good place to stop for today.
no, we can't stop here.
After all the things you said today, maybe I do need some time to think.
But I never said all the things I loved about you that I still love. Your full head of hair and your flowing beard. The way you sing Strangers in the Night whenever we take a walk in the moonlight. The way you wear 2 different colored socks every day. That's the pen I gave you on our 1-year anniversary.
It's the pen I wrote every draft of all my novels with. I thought it was a symbol of our love, and it gave me the courage and the stamina to get through those books. But now I see why all my book deals fell through, why all my life's work is crap. It's because this is a poison pen.
What have I done?
You've broken my heart.
Again, I'm so sorry.
You're getting off track.
Shut up.
Ah!
Ugh.
The truth will set you free. It's hard at first, but clearing the air will allow you to begin again with clean hearts.
Does your heart feel clean, Daisy?
It's pumping poison.
My heart don't feel clean. So where's the cleaned air supposed to be?
We must persevere. Max, you need to speak your truths to Daisy now.
I could never do to her what she just did to me.
Oh, Max, maybe you could try?
I don't know.
Oh, please, I'm begging you.
All right, okay, I'll try, but I don't hold much. I don't hold out much hope for us.
That's all I ask.
I didn't love you for the first 5 years of our marriage.
What?
I couldn't love you because I knew too much about you. I was reading your journal.
Oh.
Ding dong.
What's she doing here?
That's the bleeping therapist you recommended.
No, she's the nutcase from up around the way.
The end.
Love it.
You
Love
guys
it.
were awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, they were good.
So good.
Excellent. 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 Who we got up?
Once I made my entrance, I'm sorry, Lisa, I had so many levels of screens to get back to the play.
That's okay.
Well, Will, we got Will's play, I think, is next, right? Isn't it Will's up next?
I am. I am up next. And
All right.
the suggestion that I had was one of the characters finds an arm. That was the life-changing thing that happened to them. And there were a couple others that were thrown into the chat box. I think one of them was about teenagers, so that influenced it a little bit. So here we go. I'll read all the stage direction, and everybody knows who they are playing. All right. We're in a bright, sunny high school cafeteria. Students bustle in the background. A bubbly teen sits with a young, handsome kid. He stares at the floor.
I don't get it. What's up?
Nothing. It's nothing.
You haven't said 2 words since you picked me up. What's wrong?
Okay, but you got to promise not to say a thing to anybody.
Kirsty
I'm
laughed.
serious.
Oh, geez. Okay, fine. I swear.
Van looks around before reaching into his backpack.
I found this in my locker.
Kirsty goes pale and stares, her mouth agape as Van shows her a human arm.
Well,
She looks at him, then the arm, then him.
come on, Kirst. I don't know what to do either. You asked me to tell you.
The raising voices brings another kid by, Josh. Yo, what's up, kids? Van zips the bag quickly.
It's a human arm. Duh. Oh,
Fine, don't tell me. I don't care anyway. Yo, any of you guys see Barry?
No, why?
He was supposed to pick me up this morning. I almost missed my first class. Texted like 1,000,000 times. He ghosted me, yo. Kirsty
and Van look at each other and then the backpack.
no, but if we'll see him, we'll have him hit you up.
Tell him you better drive me home. Josh
Josh
exit.
exit. Kirsty and Van look at each other again.
Do you think this is Barry?
Barry had a mole on his left arm. I sat behind him for a year. It's near his elbow. Look for it.
Oh, I don't want to.
Kirsty stares at him.
Let's go to my car.
They exit. Lights come up on the interior of a car. Kirsty and Van stare at the backpack.
Well, go on.
Van unzips the backpack. The bent, pale arm is elbowed down.
You got to take it out.
Van trembles, takes a breath, and steels himself. He touches the arm and freaks. Kirsty jams her arm in and pulls the other one out, flips it over and spies a birthmark.
No!
Just then, Barry enters, jumps on the hood of their car, raises both arms, and says,
Ta-da!
Ah! What the hell?
I know, it's crazy, right? Last thing I remember was seeing a really bright light, then these little green guys.
What?
I'm trying to tell you, okay? I know it's going to sound crazy, but that's my arm. I swear to you, last night, I think aliens did an experiment to regrow limbs or some shit. I don't know, but I'm not lying. You know, that's my arm.
Kirsty and Van look at each other, and then Barry.
Okay, that's true. So maybe the rest is too. Go on.
Barry begins to tell his tale. We see their faces in the car, a mixture of shock and disbelief. Barry concludes.
So what do you think?
I say we go back to that spot tonight at midnight.
We stand in a foggy field. Moonlight casts a silver glow on Kirsty, Van and Barry as they creep through the damp grass. Suddenly, a bright light blasts down from above, freezing them in their tracks. A small green frame is suddenly in front of them, chattering excitedly in an unknown language.
What's it saying?
How the hell should I know?
The alien touches a clear crystal.
Sorry about that. Could we have that back?
They all look at the backpack.
You want the arm?
What? No, the fountain pen the arm was holding.
Huh? What pen?
The fountain pen, one of the most powerful tools or weapons in the entire galaxy.
Van opens up the bag and takes out the arm. In the hand, a fountain pen is clutched.
You just want a stupid pen? You're from outer space. You got a spaceship.
Yes, but we have no stories. We have every convenience. No war, no famine, no poverty.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But to be moved, to have the images of another put so vividly into your mind that you know how they feel.
They all ponder this for a moment, silent.
Like a really sick TikTok.
A doorbell sounds.
Oh, that's me. Only have so much time in this dirty atmosphere. Gotta go.
The alien vanishes, as does the light.
Did anyone video that?
They all look down, dejected.
We could still do a sweet TikTok challenge.
He unzips the bag, takes out the arm as the others take out their cell phones. The end.
An ode to us writers, huh? All right, Mr. Ken.
All right.
Time for you.
Let's get mine out here, huh?
I'm on.
All right, my suggestions were Dolly Parton, Abraham Lincoln, and Maya Angelou are in a deserted Woolworths. and that's what we're going with. So it could start off with all of those three characters on screen. I will get out of here. Michael Durkin, you are off screen.
I am now.
Laura, Maya Angelou kind of makes an entrance. She starts with a voiceover and then makes an entrance. So perhaps you should start off screen as well.
All right, but you know what it's like. I'll lose my place.
All right, well, you don't have to. You could stay there if you want to. All right. And I'm sorry, Dolly Parton enters later too. So Lynn, will you kindly exit? I apologize, everybody. All right. Here we go. An abandoned Woolworths. Abe Lincoln is there, staring at the empty shelves.
Empty. The shelves of this establishment that has for decades represented our country's fine economy, the bastion of capitalism, that beacon of bootstraps by which ourselves up we pulled, empty and barren.
Enter Dolly Parton.
Oh, howdy, Abby. What you doing here?
I hope to.
Uh-oh. I think Abby's frozen.
I'll take over his.
Purchase the various items that I will imagine you know. As I only imagine you know, of course.
Oh, well, patootie, Aberooty. That's why I'm here too. Ain't nothing like a President's Day weekend down Dollywood without a barbecue. Where in tarnation's all the victuals?
The shelves are bare. There are products on the shelves of this establishment. It's gone, all gone.
A voice from somewhere.
I feel the wind blow harsh and cold. I hear the empty strain of music that has lost its voice.
Maya, honey, is that you?
Enter Maya Angelou.
I am here inside the emptiness that once was foreign to my soul. I am here amongst this nothing, not a can, a plate, a bowl.
Well, it doesn't add up. How could this Woolworths be abandoned?
The backbone of our nation.
But twang to my twangalang.
The mighty temple is broken and bent. Our earnest prayers meet hollow skies. The worth of our lives are rent. What good here to philosophize?
No, fret not. Our country, born in capitalism and reared through innovation, shall not perish. There has to be an explanation for what has to be a temporary.
I don't know. I mean, what if we're done?
Done.
I mean, what if the whole darn thing didn't work?
Situation.
Moan your heart into your throat. Moan like a slaughtered goat. I smell the blood. I see the flood. The end has come to harness me.
Never. Oh, Dolly, can you really think it? This is Woolworths, the most ingenious capitalist model that the world has ever seen and our nation ever known. Conceived financially and supported by the invisible hands of economics.
See the edifice, it crumbles. See the column as it tumbles. See the flag, it flops and swoons. Our strong foundation laid in ruins.
Well then, ain't that a kick in the hiney? Here we are just looking forward to a nice President's Weekend barbecue, and instead we have to deal with this kind of crap.
The loss of a nation, the loss of a home, the loss of our station. We wander and roam.
Enter the Woolworths manager, arms raised.
Ta-da!
Are you the manager?
Yes. Can I help you?
Can you help me? Yes, I think you can, you skinny little polecat. Where in tarnation are all the victuals?
Ah, good question. I have them. I stole them. I loaded everything into my minivan, and I have securely locked it away in the parking lot.
But why? You vermin, what in heaven's for?
So that everyone in the entire nation will be at my mercy. Look at how easy you are brought to your knees. The mighty Abraham Lincoln, the famous celebrity Dolly Parton, the voice of the nation, Maya Angelou. All I need to do is take away your precious shelves of commodities, and the three of you are helpless. Moaning, weeping, frantic morons because your corporate overlords have taken away your toys.
Oh, the darkened woods are covered by the ashen sky. The pallid moon can cast no light that penetrates the dark. Where is the light? Where is the light? Are we subsumed by endless night?
It was almost too easy. I'm almost ashamed how easy it was. And after this, I'll empty out the Costco's and the Walmarts, and yes, even the Piggly Wigglies.
No, no, the Piggly Wigglies.
And then, when the entire nation has nowhere to turn and no sense of self, I shall rebuild the world in my image. I shall build a world in which all are provided for, in which nobody wants for food or clothing or basic health care, in which nobody needs a phone number to get a discount because nothing is expensive to begin with. A world, a nation truly worthy to consider itself as existing under God.
This woman sends arrows through my heart. Is she right? Did this establishment crumble beneath the weight of its own injustice? Is the land that I loved and I died for a shadow of its own potential that shall never reach fulfillment?
The eggshell is devoid of yolk. The volume has no ink upon its pages. We are lost and never were, just a footnote for the ages.
Wait, no, wait, look here, this fountain pen. It is a marvel of innovation and ingenuity. It is a pen that holds its own ink. It allows for a better writing experience than the quill and well. And who created this marvelous thing? A human being. Yes, a human being. This was created to make writing easier through the marvelous inventiveness that is humanity. Yes, we sell these things to one another, and perhaps that isn't the only way, but what is wrong with that? What is wrong from profiting off our sound ideas? I look at this fountain pen, and I am reinvested with faith in our nation. We are on a rocky path, and yet a patch that is noble nonetheless. But we must temper our profit with compassion. Therein lies the error. We must learn to sell our goods and profit from our genius, but always with an eye towards the poor and downtrodden who, though they cannot buy the pen, have precious words to share with all of us. Look, the pen, it leaks. This leaking ink is like the blood of our nation. We must stop the bleeding. We must learn to keep the ink within the pen.
Where is the scale on which we might find balance? Where is the scale to right the wrongs and fill the world with better songs?
Songs? That's it. I'll fix things with the song. Hey, Woolworth manager, won't you give us a chance? Hey, Woolworth manager, won't you give us a dance? We're really not bad. We're not hard-hearted. We're still pretty young and just getting started. So won't you give us a chance?
All right, fine. You touched my heart. Here's the key to the minivan. Go get your stuff, but remember, somebody less fortunate than you made that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
A doorbell rings. Enter Dolly Parton's business manager.
Dolly, hey, you almost done shopping?
Yes, everything's out there in that minivan. And I want to invite everyone here. No, everyone in the whole wide world down to Dollywood for a President's Day barbecue. No charge. Just come and eat and drink and have the time of your little old life.
I, for one, shall be there.
Me too, Dolly. Thank you.
And so the roadblock fades away. The journey starts again. But will we find the path today? Or when? Or when? Or when?
Blackout. The end.
Whoa.
Wow.
Epic.
Wow.
Epic.
Wow, he's writing Maya Angelou poetry in 45 minutes.
I'm inspired by the words I heard from Abe Lincoln, and I'm telling you, that was a song and a half. That was a
Thank
song
you all.
and a half. Yeah,
Wonderful
nice
reading.
Job, nice job. Listen, before we got one more to do, one more play. But before we read that play, I just want to remind you all that we're going to spend some time afterwards, which is what we call it, just having a little chat with the playwrights and and you, the audience out there, just about the stuff you worked on today, what you heard today. But in the meantime, let's kick off that last song. I'm reading the script already. The last play from our friend Lynn.
Okay, so my suggestion was I wanted a song from the Great American Songbook, and I got It's a Lovely Day Today. The setting is that Marilyn and Fred are in Marilyn's living room. Marilyn's parents have spent the night, but they haven't met Fred, Marilyn's intended, yet.
Alex, I'm going to ask you to turn your camera
sorry.
off.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right.
And if you want to take plenty of time doing that, I could use it because I'm still messing around here.
You don't come in for a while, so you're okay.
Okay, all right.
And as I said, actors, feel free to sing any of your lines that look familiar.
All right. Lynn, are you on stage or are you off stage?
No, I will go off and I will just read stage directions. So you will hear my voice.
Okay.
It's a lovely day today. So whatever we want to do, we've got a lovely day to do it in. Honey?
Go away.
No, silly. You say that's true.
Go away.
Fred.
Marilyn.
Somebody get up on the wrong side of the bed? Somebody not feeling delightful, delicious, lovely?
Please. You know I hate it when you go all-American songbook on me.
I can't help it. The doctor says if I wake up feeling blue, what'll I do? I take my cue from you know who.
Irving Berlin, George Gershwin, and his brother Ira. I wish they'd never been born.
Fred, blasphemy.
What kind of a doctor prescribes old songs as a cure for pre-wedding jitters?
Not jitters. It's the grip, the postnasal drip.
Marilyn, I'm begging you.
Fred, he's my doctor. I have to try. Nothing else has worked. You know that.
Is this working?
I'm not sure yet. Listen, my parents are about to wake up and I really want you to like each other. Please put on a happy face.
Marilyn!
Unintentional.
Marilyn's dad, Earl, enters.
Good morning. Good morning. How great to stay up late.
Aw, my heart belongs to you, Daddy.
You are my sunshine. You'll never know how much I love you.
Good morning, Earl. Sleep well?
Right as rain. And it's a lovely day today.
Oh.
Whatever's the matter, Freddie, my love.
You're in this together, aren't you?
In what?
You're trying to drive me crazy. You and your father are up to something. I'm feeling so on my own and crazy in this relationship.
Crazy? Crazy for feeling so lonely.
Ah!
I've got a feeling you're fooling.
I got a feeling you're awfully nice.
Let's start over. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. It's just that, Marilyn.
Marilyn's mom enters.
Mom!
Oh. Thank goodness. So pleased to meet you. I was just saying I look forward to a long and friendly life together as a family after I marry your beautiful daughter, Marilyn.
Well, if you're good to mama.
I want a wedding in a big church with bridesmaids and flower girls.
Everything big, not small.
Okay.
Oh,
4 can play at this. Anyone want coffee or tea for 2?
Fred, there are clearly 4 of us here.
I'll make a pot of coffee. If I don't take my coffee break, something within me dies.
What?
Oh, that's a song, isn't it?
Marilyn, what's wrong with your young man?
He's just my Bill.
Fred!
Sorry, Fred. Not the most euphonious name. Ever think of changing it?
Why would I change my name?
to make someone happy.
Anyway, I have the marriage license right here. If you'll just put your John Hancock
Use my pen, boy.
He hands him a pen.
Oh, it's leaking, sir.
That's okay.
No, it's leaking all over everything.
Well, don't cry me a river over it.
Look on the sunny side of life, dear.
What'll you do, Fred?
There's got to be something better than this. There's got to be something better to do. And when I find me something better to do, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get it.
Runs out screaming.
That was the man I love.
The man that got away.
He was crazy, though. Imagine not loving all that poetry,
That imagery.
that artistry.
100 easy ways to lose a man. That's my story.
It's only been 16 so far, dear.
Count your blessing, dear.
The doorbell rings.
He's back. Zing, go the strings of my heart.
With so little to be sure of.
Freddie, I'm coming. You are my lucky, lucky star.
He runs off. End of play.
Loved it. Loved it.
It was so
Right.
fun. I wish I could get all the cues.
So it's a little it's a little obscure. It's a little inside baseball. Sorry.
Very nice.
It's
I got
awesome.
all of them except the ones I was supposed to sing.
I think we're going to ask everybody to put their screen off at this moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just have a little something to say.
Yes, we want particularly to thank everyone for participating tonight and being a part of this show. For some folks, it was the first time. A lot of you are cherished regulars. Just want to thank you for taking that creative risk, trusting yourself and supporting your fellow playwrights and contributing to the plays. And we would also like to thank these friends and organizations scrolling on the screen right now who have very generously contributed to the Right Away project. We here at Freestyle Repertory Theater and Synergy Theater really enjoy these evenings of artistic exercise. These evenings give us the opportunity to reconnect with each other and to reconnect with you, our audience. Improvisation in any form is unfinished, incomplete without an audience reacting and acknowledging and enjoying the spontaneous and unpredictable things that are created. If you have some fun this evening and would like to support continuing that interaction, please make a contribution to one of our theater companies through our websites listed in the chat. And please come back again next month. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Everybody come back. Everybody come back.
Yeah,
Wonderful evening.
let's bring all the playwrights back on and let's give them a round of applause. Playwrights.
Excellent. Excellent.
Mary Showers says, thank you to everyone. I think oh, you're there. All right, cool. Before we say goodnight, I would like to just, once again, thank you all for coming. If you're staying with us, pop your camera back on and we'll do that little talk back. And if you're leaving us, thank you so much for being here tonight. We'll see you next time, October 24th.
Come on back, Laura. You're not on the screen.
Oh, I didn't even know.
There was a heartfelt sentiment, but you weren't there.
Yeah, yeah. So next week, Laura Valpy and Mike Durkin will be leading the jam, and Ken, Lisa, and I, Jeff Tarson, will be writing, and we have a guy named Bill Marsili, a screenwriter, coming to join us, who wrote the screenplay for Deja Vu, a Denzel Washington film. So we'll welcome him for the first time. But now it's just chickens.
Next month, October 24th.
Exactly.
We're back. Great job. Boy, I tell you, the jam people were having were hot stuff tonight. The jam people, maybe we should switch roles next time. Maybe all the playwrights should
I
do
think that's a
the
great idea.
the jam and send the audience members off to do that. So
I think that's great.
they wouldn't. I don't know, maybe they would. I don't know.
I wanted to let the playwrights know that our jam was inspired by the funeral tonight. I mean, the Queen's funeral. All of our games were kind of based on status and I don't know. We just had random games based on the funeral, which was fun because EJ, who I think has already left us, was actually in London. She was sent by, I'm not sure what publication, to kind of do her take on the funeral. And I think that that's kind of an interesting question when you sit down to write. Certainly, I think maybe start with tonight's show right away. But also, you know, if you have a writing practice and you sit down to write at a certain time, as opposed to when inspiration strikes you, how much of that is affected, do you think, by what just happened to you? And is that helpful, intrusive?
Depends if you have an ongoing project or not.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, if you're sitting down and you're seeking for something to write, yes, I think you are definitely affected by what just happened. But if you're in an ongoing relationship with something you're writing, then less so, I think.
Something that just like if something has just been going on in your life, or even if it's something like mildly frustrating, as opposed to, say, attending a funeral, do you find that just getting back to your writing project kind of sets your everyday life aside for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like you have a really strong practice.
No, but I have I do sit down at the same time every day.
That's strong.
Actually, with a group of random people, for this thing called, you should all know about this. It's called the London Writers Salon. Do you know about this? It was started during the pandemic by two friends in London who couldn't get together in the cafe to write where they always used to write. And so they established this thing, look it up. They do 4 hours every day. It's a Zoom, you just sign up. There's 8 a.m. London, 8 a.m. New York, 8 a.m. LA, and 8 a.m. Australia. So you can sign up for any of those. And you sit in a room, in a Zoom room with lots of other people. And it's really kind of inspiring.
And you just write. And
you do whatever you're working on. There's no feedback. There's no direction. There's no nothing.
It's just having others around you and knowing that they're also writing.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah, that is so cool that you're doing it and that it feels good.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I have met people, you know, in the room. They do a Wednesday mingle breakout room thing. So you do meet people, and then it builds community because you see these people. You're like, oh, there's Silvano. I wonder what he's working on. And there's, you know, I like it. It's been really good for me.
Thank you, Karen.
Might try that.
Karen just put that the website in the chat. Thank you, Karen. Ken, you wanted to say something. What were you going to say?
Well, two quick things. One is, while I don't feel that necessarily the thing that just happened is influencing me all the time, but there are times when I'm aware that I am processing emotions or processing things that are living within me that I don't feel comfortable processing anyway else. And writing is a wonderful way to do that. And not only personal things like that, but for a long time, you know, I've been always very impressed and moved by writers who are credited for tapping into the zeitgeist of their time and writing things that can only be relevant, you know, are universal but relevant because they were going through it in their community. And I never felt like I really had a grasp on what the zeitgeist of my times was. But now it's becoming so clear that it is, for us here in the United States anyway, it's the threat to our very democracy. And that has been an issue that I've been thinking about quite a lot. And so I was happy to have an opportunity to throw it into the play tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think what you said, Ken, is about things coming out and processing. I think sometimes that happens with me. It's like dreams, how whatever you're kind of going through, it shows up there. And so things I think show up in scenes I'm writing that wouldn't be there if I hadn't just lived through something, or, so they show up that way, maybe not emotionally, but in some ways. And especially when I do something like Right Away, where I'm or if I'm tasking myself with, okay, just, you don't know what's going to happen, but put these two characters in an elevator and see what happens. And then I find that I get a lot of those kinds of, things from life showing up. They don't always stay.
It's interesting that you said that you mentioned dreams, because I sort of felt that today in the jam. I actually did write the word association. That's the only writing I did in the jam. But I sort of felt like the writers in the jam, through taking my suggestions, I sort of felt like, it wasn't like the funeral was a big deal to me or anything, but it was just sort of like it kind of cleared it out a bit. It kind of, because it was really long. it was a lot. And then to have them just write these things, like from the point of view of a piece of gum or something, I felt almost like I'd had a nap, that long thing that had happened today was kind of like, all right, kind of.
Did we all get up at 5 a.m. and watch?
No.
Oh, okay, just me then. Okay.
Well, thanks to YouTube, you can, see it.
I know, but
whenever.
You do that, Lynn? Did you get up at 5?
My husband and I did. Yeah, he's British. And he was made very sad by this. Very sad. He took it personally. So yes, we did. We got up, we made a pot of coffee, and we watched the funeral.
Was he sad since she died, or he was sad the funeral was moving?
He was very sad that she died. Like he had lost a relative. He'd lost a grandmother.
Yeah, that's.
And he loves all that. He's a royalist, and he loves all that pomp and circumstance and the bagpipes and yeah.
Well, I definitely watched it because I'm a theater person, and they do it really well. They do.
Yeah,
well.
The choreography alone.
Yeah.
The walking the coffin down the steps, and yet it stayed, parallel to the ground. It was amazing.
It was amazing to me how, how they have to stay composed. They have to stay so composed, but you would, like you'd see them. Somebody with their handkerchief, their face was still the same, but it was like, doing that, I don't know, just that we had to watch Charles as they sang God Save the King, watch his face and every kind of like just breath or, huge breath or look up or something was just like, dang, I couldn't have that done at my mother's funeral.
No.
Well, I think that's kind of a British trait, no? That stiff upper lip.
Certainly a royal trait.
I think it's like pretty much required of royalty. You don't like, the fact that Charles got a little testy about the leaky pen. That's why we threw it into you.
Oh, of course.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah.
Twice.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big mess up.
Someone's head will roll.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over the silence of the crowd. I mean, in America,
Unbelievable. You could hear a pin drop.
you'd never have that much silence in America for any reason. It was just so different. And it was beautiful that you could have that much silence. It's amazing.
Well, y'all, what do you think?
This was a good one.
This was fun. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, yeah.
Great
So
to have
much
you.
Yes.
for coming.
This was fun.
Will, good to have you.
Same here, Mike and Laura. I really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for including me in this. Felt a little bit like fish out of water at some points, but you guys you're wonderful, all of you. Thank
You
you.
were
I like-
awesome, Will.
I liked your play. Yeah, it was really good.
I forgot that I wrote another character in there, so thanks for picking that up, Mike.
It happens.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Thank you
Night.
for
Good
being
night,
here.
Hey,
everyone.
thank you.
Thank
My
you.
condolences to your husband, Lynn.
Thank you.
Yes. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, all.
Good job, Laura Livingston.
Good job,
Ann.
Adam.
Good night, Nancy. Good night, Lisa.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Good night, John Boy.
Oh, he may end this for all of us. Oh, no, maybe I'm a ghost. But you saying the picture of my dad and I in a chair made you remember your dream about me and Mike?
Yeah.
It's because when we were actually together in person, Mike and I were sitting in Adirondack chairs, and I wondered if that was like opted into your mind.
That's true.
And then I was thinking the second story with the objects in it that we didn't know what they were for, but they were interesting. I was thinking that's the, like these random ideas that, like your brain, I've read somewhere that like dreams are like, if you're in a building, it corresponds to your physicality where you are, like being in the upper story is like, so those are my interpretations. Those were the metaphors I saw there.
Yeah, I like that idea. My dreams always seem to be large groups of people that I know that all live in a big building or in one place. Everybody lives together. But there was something about that picture of you guys sitting in that big chair. And of course, okay, it's a big chair. But if you just let your mind go and look at it, it's like those optical illusions. It was like, oh my God, look, they shrunk. Really.
And the fact that our feet are so prominent, it looks very childish. Our legs.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So you got your computer working.
Yeah.
Great.
Just today, I was afraid we would have nobody show up for right away because, Ken sent me his list of everybody who's attended. He's not the secretary that I am. He's not the grunt that I am. Yeah, he had like about 100 people less than I did. And a lot of them were repeats. So I was thinking, well, I'm missing some standbys here, but I don't know how I'm going to know. Like EJ, who's always here. I sent her her own invitation because I thought I don't see her anywhere on this list. But I got it in time to send out an invitation today.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're good about it because everybody that I know that, that's a friend of mine or a colleague of mine is always saying, oh, I know you have right away tonight, and I know somebody told them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came. So that was great.
Yes. Well, we didn't get that many, but a good amount.
Yeah.
Enough to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and have
you.
you heard, did you finish the Hitchcock? Did you hear anything?
I haven't heard anything yet. I was thinking today, I wonder what that date is. Yeah. They extended the submission deadline by a week after I submitted. So I feel that they must not have been getting enough submissions. Check. Yes.
Were you able to come up with a scenario that, I know I said I thought that what happened on stage should be possible in either scenario. Did you come up with something?
Yeah, I did. And I used your idea. And I wanted to send it to you, but I knew you didn't have a computer. So I'll send it now if you want to read it. I think it works. It's a lot, maybe, but yeah, we'll see. I'd love to hear what you think.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah.
See you next. I see you next time.
Next time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yay. Okay. Bye.